Last where we left off, the part the party made its way back to the Imperial City, where they uh, encountered or met up with Professor Bierce, and gathering some information that he discovered that some of the pages of this lost play that he is looking for, and so is Gallenford, in the Feywild. Knowing that where a portal is, Gallenford is confident where he can lead him back through the same portal from when he came into the material plane from the Feywild of Autumn. Caradwin caught up on her schoolwork. You guys did some shopping. Got some magic item stuff. Stig and Nyx encountered some hooligans that stole the gold from Nyx, from Stig. My apologies. When he went to go deliver the bounty for the Rat Queen that they have placed. The next day comes, and you guys are setting out and getting ready to go. Professor Bierce, along with a large caravan of people, are heading towards your fort to do some renovations that you also purchased. And from there, we will pick off. So you guys are at the gates, heading out.
Which way, Gallenford?
Portal's just right here, looks like. Right in this tree.
Ah, so we have to cut the tree down.
No. Merely... Well, let me tap my finger and make sure it's still here. I'm gonna walk up to where I recall where I stepped in and just place my hand to see if it disappears into a portal.
It does not.
Okay, maybe it's not here, and I will pull out my compass to see where it's pointing.
Caradwin, the answer to your question, I don't. You are getting it installed into the fort.
We paid extra to expedite its creation.
That's why Professor Bierce is going.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember if I bought the spell scroll to put into my spell.
No, you couldn't. You didn't find any like that, and you got so mad that you harassed the shop owner by holding him in place.
I know that was in the Aeolipoli, but I wasn't sure if I was able to do that in the capital or not.
No, that was at the capital when you gave sass to the shopkeep. Yeah, the shopkeep. The Aeolipoli couldn't give you due to pressure from the church, and you weren't unable to get it from the college itself. But when you were given sass to the other guy, you were able to get basic necessities because he called you princess.
Oh, okay. I got my cities confused then.
Yeah, and you got in trouble. You got reprimanded from Professor Bierce because of that. Gallenford, your compass is spinning around in a circle.
That doesn't make sense. Unless... couldn't be the ground because I'm not falling. Is there anything above me as I look up?
You do not see any. You just see clear blue sky.
So, what's this portal supposed to look like?
Normally, you don't really actually see them. This is why people can sometimes accidentally stumble into the Feywild. You might just be walking a normal trail, and next thing you know, you walk through a portal into the Feywild.
I have heard of people falling through the floor before into some other dimension.
I'm gonna try jumping and seeing if I jump into anything.
Okay, you jump up and down, but nothing is happening.
Can I cast Detect Magic to see if I see any magical elements nearby?
Can penetrate most areas, but is blocked by one foot of stone. You get a faint bit of magic around you. You can tell it's there, but you can't really pinpoint its location. Like something's blocking where it is.
Galliford, is jumping helping?
No, this doesn't make sense. This has never done this before.
So my familiar Fulgurite has blind sight. Is he able to sense anything?
He can give me a perception check.
What is perception? Is that wisdom?
Yes.
Oh, I guess that'd be an 8.
He's not sensing there's anything hiding or whatnot. Or he can't find anything with his blind sight.
Gallifrey's just gonna start feeling all around the tree to see if maybe it shifted or something.
You can give me an investigation check. Yeah. You notice there is like a rabbit hole on the foot of this tree.
How big is this rabbit hole?
You can crawl into it.
Are we sure this portal even exists? Like, who's seen it besides Galliford? Raise your hands.
Do you not believe that I came from the Feywild?
I believe we came from the Feywild, but I've never seen it. You're trying to go through a tree, man.
It is a lot that this magical portal can send you to another world, but it's not where you say it is, and you can't see it or detect it in any other way.
Actually, I think it might be in this hole.
See, now I think you're reaching.
If you don't believe me, you could send the familiar in first. I'd go in first, but something tells me you won't believe me when I don't return.
Wait, is this a one-way trip?
Well, the portal is still open, and there are other portals, but there's never a guarantee on how long a specific portal stays open.
Well, I don't think sending a familiar over will do anything because they're on different planes, so I wouldn't be able to see through him.
And Fulgurite was like literally born last night, so he's still a baby.
But fuck it, I mean, I'll go in. Let's go to the Feywild. Let's see how it works. I will walk into the rabbit hole and see if I can fall into the Feywild, full Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
So this rabbit hole is big enough for us to crawl in?
Yeah, you gotta like you're kind of slithering in. You have to get on hands and knees, and you're literally dragging down a tunnel. So it's kind of tight. You can't walk or crawl. You're not on your knees. You're literally on your belly, scooting down this hole.
So yeah, anything you don't want ruined while crawling through, I'll just put in the bag temporarily.
Are you gonna try to fit Beauregard down the hole?
Well, Stig is also looking at the 4 other horses that don't.
Didn't we already say that we weren't going to take the horses into the Feywild because they'd be...
The Feywild. I think that would be a bad idea.
I was frisking children at this point.
Yeah, you take Beauregard into the Feywild, he has no natural predators.
Yeah, he's gonna be the most invasive species.
Oh, it won't be that odd. I mean, I wasn't too freaked out by him, and there's a good reason for that.
I am gonna continue to walk into the portal. By the way,
Okay,
if the rabbit hole is the portal,
so you're literally crawling little by little with your hands, slithering down. I don't know if any of you have seen Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you know when in the entertainment district where he finds the hole and he has to slither in to down the hole.
I should probably clarify. I just started the series, so this might be a spoiler for me.
Okay, it's not a big spoiler. He one of the characters finds a hole, so he has to dislocate all his joints to slither down it. So basically, you're
Mason's gonna army crawl in there. He's like, "Come to the Feywild," he said. "It'll be fun." He said.
Yeah, that's it. You're basically army crawling down. Character says
crawling through an air decks, Die Hard style.
So
yeah, Stig is pacing back and forth because he's got like a foot in every dimension more than everyone else.
So, Caradwin, since you're going first, you are crawling down. It takes a little bit. It takes actually a bit of ways. The earth is getting cool and whatnot, but you definitely flop out of a wall, and you're in this chamber. The roots are down and whatnot. It's about a 15-foot around chamber, and in front of you seems like an archway with 3 candles on it on the stone archway. But you're able to stand up now.
I'll stand up and I'm in a room with the roots, but there's 3 candles.
In front of you see an archway, and on the archway you see 3 candles, unlit.
Is it closed off in front of me?
It's like this. It's like the stonework was built into the wall, into the earth. So it's just this archway, and in the archway is earth.
Oh. Well.
Does Mason flop out of the tunnel too?
Shortly after Mason, you flop out of the hole.
Next Stig.
This one's nice.
Here I go, I guess.
Nick, you must have something to help
Nix, you could literally turn into a rabbit and scurry down this hole.
What if there's like some monster out there waiting to eat a rabbit?
Well, Caribou and Mason are both down here already.
Do you guys yell up the hole saying you're fine?
Yeah. It's okay, it only goes like X number of feet.
You're like 20 feet into the earth.
It's only like 20 feet.
Okay, catch me as she turns into a rabbit. Jumps in.
Wait, Nick, you must have some. Oh, gee.
I think you should be able to get through there still, Stig.
Yeah, I may not have mentioned it, but I'm not really too fond of closed spaces.
I'll be right behind you, just to make sure nothing happens. And worst case scenario, the others are in front, so we should be able to push you out.
You ain't got any magic to help this along, do you?
I sadly do not. I think there's something in my brother's book that may help, but I haven't learned how to do it.
Here we go. Stig's gonna pull out the lance and he's gonna lead with it. And he will shimmy down the hole.
Alright.
Gallenford will put his loot and hat into the bag, and then he will follow after Stig.
Alright, Nix, you come jumping out of the hole, landing in the Mason's arms. And shortly after Stig and Gallenford, all of you are now in the chamber.
Oh, that was unpleasant.
Is this chamber familiar to me?
No.
Oh, well. This is different.
So they're saying we may have found a different portal than the one we found before.
Possibly, or someone placed something here to maybe keep the portal stable?
So what are we seeing, Chris?
You're seeing a stone archway built into the earth, built into this chamber, into the earth, with 3 candles, one on each side and one on the top of the archway.
Can I go, can I put my hand on the wall of earth that's in the archway?
You go. So you want to go up and press your hand against the wall?
Well, detect magic should still be active. Am I sensing anything in this room?
You sense teleportation magic from the archway.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I'll try to walk through the archway.
You are stopped by earth, by the dirt.
Does this look similar to that one archway we had disassembled and went to the Underdark through?
You can,
Oh, the Alzakath?
Yeah,
Portal?
Alzaka's
You
portal.
can give me an Arcana check if you wish to try to compare the two.
Can I also roll Arcana?
Could I just give her advantage?
Sure.
Just reminding her that this looks like a portal we've seen.
Damn, I rolled 2 8s. That's nice.
So it is similar to that. You do believe this is a activated portal, but you don't believe it's the same eldritch magic. This is definitely. You can tell it from even with your detect magic. This is fey magic.
Do I see any symbols or anything marked onto this the stone archway?
You can give me an investigation check. You don't see anything on the archway itself. However, next to the archway, you do see seems to be writing on a stone. What languages can you speak, Allenford?
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
You can read. You can read the language, Galliford. There's there's 3 phrases.
I shall read them poetically. What am I reading?
Here's the first one.
There is a bush, a pine tree, and an oak tree, and it is the fall season. If the wind is blowing towards the west, which way does the leaves on the pine tree fall?
The pine tree doesn't have leaves.
And don't pine trees, aren't they evergreens? They never fall in fall.
Also true, they don't fall at all.
Of course, my initial answer was down.
Hey,
Everything fall down.
Catherine, do you say that out loud?
Oh, I say all of that out loud, absolutely, yeah.
One of the candles lights up.
Oh, which one do you think was the right answer?
Either that they don't have leaves or that they don't fall. Or did I only get a third of it? Is there any other message down for that you can read?
Yes, that was just the first part. What falls but never breaks?
What falls but never breaks?
Well, a lot of things like leaves fall, feathers fall, those don't break, but I'm pretty sure it'd probably be something metaphorical like the season.
Hey, there's waterfalls.
There's also snow.
Like I said, a lot of things fall and don't break. Maybe
Yeah,
it's,
waterfalls never break.
maybe it's like falling asleep. It's like we're just listening this, waiting for the thing to
We start shouting random words.
I think, oh, God.
What's the last one? Let's move on.
If we
Don't come
look at
back.
a riddle and know that what falls but never breaks, I think waterfall is a good answer because water falls, but the water doesn't break. I assume.
Well, there's also breakwaters.
I mean, there's also like falling in love, falling asleep.
Well, you can fall in love, but then your heart breaks, right?
Stick gets depressed.
So, otherwise, there's no other clues. I mean, if we're
Yeah,
looking at
let's-
the word fall,
Could it be
I
maybe
think waterfalls or
either
water
the
is a
sun
good
when the
guess.
sun sets, or twilight seems to go with autumn.
I mean, like,
It's
dusk falls, but dawn breaks.
when it,
So, night and day?
Well, we're trying to figure out what falls but never breaks. Let's go on to the third one. Let's go.
What does the next one say?
Maybe there's an extra credit question at the end.
Oh, I love those in a test.
I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. What am I?
Oh,
That's pencil.
I should know this one. I've heard this one before.
A pencil.
So the candle right now that's lit is, if you're facing the archway, is the one on the left hand side.
Well, there's the other answer, a candle.
Oh, a candle!
The one on the top lights up.
That's all Mason on that one.
Alright. Two easy ones and a convoluted one.
that one?
Those were the 3 phrases on here. 3 riddles. Is it moon?
Would it be darkness? Because darkness can fall, but it can never break.
What about night in response to the darkness?
This middle one needs more information.
Could we make a check?
Is there anything like in the Feywilds that might relate to this? Like some unique event in Feywild or something?
You those who wish, you can give me a straight intelligence check.
I'm going to be sitting over here.
Nyx, do you want to make a check?
No, I'm content being a rabbit, just watching.
Okay. Galliford and Caradwin, you believe that you're halfway through the answer. You do believe it is involved with the night, but it's looking for a certain phrase.
Looking for a certain phrase.
As you need to word it correctly.
Darkness falls.
Nightfall.
When Galliford says nightfall, the candle lights up, and a orange and red portal appear in between the archway.
Okay, so we've opened the gateway to the Ravenclaw dormitory.
Ravenclaw's blue and silver.
Yeah, what about Ravenclaw?
Oh
if
yeah,
the portal opens, I'm walking in.
All right, you walk through, Caradwin.
I instantly follow.
I will chase
Okay.
after.
I get to go third. I answered the third question. I get to go third.
Yeah, but if he closes with me outside, I'm
Carolyn answered the first question. She goes first. Galliford answered the second question. He goes second. I
Yeah,
answered
but it was my answer. We say arguing on the side of the door.
Yeah, we both go in together.
Carrie,
Shoulder to shoulder.
Carrie, Nyx, and Bucky, you guys go through the portal, and it closes.
And we're never heard from again.
You step through a archway coming into a golden and orange forest. The smell of maple hits your nose instantly. It is very beautiful. The leaves are falling. So the archway is coming through a large tree, and once you all come through, the tree closes behind you. But you do, Galliford, you recognize exactly where you are just based off the scent. You are in the Maple Valley.
Oh, it's been so long. And you guys will know this, especially since Galliford never put his hat back on. The moment he came through the portal, his Fey features are a little bit more present. His hair seems just a tad bit longer, and the leaves are falling out of it more rapidly than before. And the antlers on his head look almost more like tree branches, with no leaves on them.
I forgot you had antlers.
Huh?
I forgot you had antlers.
He wears his hat so much we don't notice. Stig also remembers that he owes you 3 feathers.
Yes, you do. Oh, we are in the Maple Valley. Can smell it in the air.
Just behind you. See? If we had argued any more, we would have been stuck.
Everyone, welcome to the Feywild, or at least the autumn region of the Feywild, my home.
So is it like always like this? Like always autumn here?
Oh yes. Yes indeed. Nix, you might actually like it here.
Nyx kind of just jumps out of Mason's arms and just kind of hops around, sniffs everything.
Bucky's chasing you through the autumn leaves on the ground.
Happily running away.
Now don't get lost out there, Nix. It'd be really hard to find you.
Yes, please be careful, stay close, and be kind to anything you come across, and be wary of any plants you come across.
That's true.
Mason's gonna look around at all the trees. You said beware of plants? We're in a forest now.
What's the underbrush look like?
I'm drawing a blank. I can't. I should know this. What's the hell is an underbrush again?
Everything on the ground.
Everything that's on the ground.
You see a bunch of autumn leaves and sticks. Think of it as you're going through a forest during. No, you don't see any pine trees at all. You do. I mean, you're like you're walking through the forest. A forest during autumn time, and all the trees, as you pick up a leaf, and they smell of maple. Like you lick it, Stig, as instinctively, and it tastes like maple.
That's when Galliford says, "Be wary of touching plants." And
Galliford, you would know that these trees, you could just put a tap in one, and it will just constantly produce maple syrup.
We're in Canada?
Ye old Canada. No, because everything
When
happens.
when Chris was first describing it, and he said golden, I was just like, don't tell me there's a gold brick road.
A yellow brick road.
why don't we start looking for this lost page, eh?
Steve's on it.
New accent? Yes, I think I might have some contacts that I can talk to about that. We just gotta head to my hometown, Everfall. Gallifrey's gonna shift his cloak to look like a bunch of large leaves that are covering him. And he will start heading in the direction he knows should be towards civilization in the Feywild.
Okay. Obviously, this map that you're seeing is not the entire Feywild, but this Galliford, you would know this region that you're in. So
All right.
during your it will take a few days to get to the to Everfall, which is here. Anything you guys wish to do on your travel?
Well, it would be. I don't know if we're allowed to hunt in these woods, or if there's anything worth hunting.
Will I know of anything that's safe for them to
There are
hunt without
unique
posing any danger?
there are unique species of deer that kind of like your antlers are more antlers are more like tree branches and stuff like that. There are small creatures. There are jackalopes around. You just need to be careful when hunting these creatures, especially if you're near a dryad's grove.
So I would make sure everyone is aware of that.
I guess I'll probably pick up some wood or something and see if there's anything special about these fey trees, or if they're just maple trees.
Okay. You can give me a nature check.
Galliford, why don't you and I go hunt us up some grub? You can tell me what we can or can't take.
Okay. You guys do know what a dryad is, right?
Yep.
Do we?
Um,
I'm not sure if Stig does. I mean, I don't know if dryads constitute as his kind of monster.
you can give me a nature check or a. This would be a nature check, Stick, because dryads are more nature based. Yeah, you've read about dryads. You have never encountered them yourself, but you know that the Hunters Guild would not usually go after dryads just because they're more plant like and fey like than beast. So
They don't have that hostile tendency that
the only
like other monsters we hunt, but we probably study them to be just like a little bit of respect.
Yeah, you would know that they are very protective in nature, and some animals, if they're in their grove, are under their protection. So there have been instances of the guild encountering dryads because they've killed their quarry in one of these groves. But you personally
it was like there's this one incident, and so they had to enact a new policy.
Mason, with your nature check, these branches are like the ones back in the material realm, but again, they're like, you know how there's different breeds of wood. This is a maple branch or maple trees and whatnot. So good for smoking if you want a maple flavor for your meat.
So basically, nothing special about these fey trees. They're just maple trees.
Yes, the ones that you are finding, anyways. Nix, anything you wish to do?
Well, I did want to see some of the creatures here. I wouldn't want to like instigate them or anything, but at least like to get to know one of them. Maybe they're nice.
Okay. You can give me a nature check.
Just saying hello to all like the flowers. Like, are you a fairy? Are you a fairy?
With you see some of the like the unique squirrels that you summoned when you're encountering Stig in his bestial form, like that rainbow colored squirrel. These are more. These are more autumn based, like a red squirrel and whatnot. But you're so excited and aggressive, they kind of run away and hide.
Aww. How are you gonna meet these mermaids?
If I hadn't walked off with Stig, I would answer that.
I'm just by myself now. I guess I'm just talking to the air.
Yeah, when are we gonna meet these mermaids?
You go up to that rainbow squirrel going, where are the mermaids?
Yeah.
Stig and Galliford, you can give me. Give me a survival check with I'll give one of you advantage because you have Galliford with you.
How's your survival, Galliford?
I have a +2.
All right, I'll take the advantage. I have a +5.
Finding a lot of a lot of berries and wild fruit. You do see a large buck, and again, his antlers are branches, and they have autumn leaves on them. Galliford, with you helping out Stig, you're looking around. You believe you're not in any danger of enraging any dryads.
We're in a safe spot.
Okay, I'll see if I can take on that deer. Because berries isn't gonna cut it with me.
Go ahead and give me just give me an attack roll. With I don't know what you're using.
I'm going to use my knife, and I'm just gonna quick toss it.
Okay.
I assume we're hidden, so I should have.
Yeah, with the survival and everything. Yeah.
Or I could just recklessly throw it. Yeah.
It's a clean kill. It drops.
I will collect it, and we'll carry it back.
Caradwin, anything you wish to do?
I think Caradwin. Oh, Caradwin.
No, I was just trying to think for a second. Sorry. I think Caradwin would be kind of awestruck a little bit at the fact that she's in another plane, and would just be taking notes, drawing things that she sees, looking for anything that's different about this plane than ours, taking in any information about magical effects, ritual casting, detect magic if needed, or identify on even just simple plants just to see if there's anything different.
Okay, so you go off with Nyx, and Nyx is kind of not helping you out because she's scaring away all the animals with her excitement. Yeah, so as you guys are, Caradwin, Mason, and Nyx are all, I'll say, in a group, and Galliford and Stig were off on their own. You all eventually meet back. It's getting about nightfall, and you guys make up camp. So you're about here.
So, what do you guys think so far?
Pretty. They're not the fake creatures don't really like me as much as they do in the Giller plane.
It may just take a moment for other creatures to get familiar with anyone who's not from here. But you'll probably fit right at home, especially if you run into some of the tricksters. But be careful. The fairies here, they take it up a notch with their tricks.
As in like Mamie tricks, or as in like haha funny tricks, you tripped.
It depends on the fairy.
Maybe you can get into a prank war with them next.
I haven't made any pranks recently.
Stig will be crafting a spit for the deer.
Okay. When the sun in this realm is setting, you do notice that there is again it is a very magical realm. You see like fireflies just instantly just appear out of nowhere. They're floating through the trees and whatnot. Um, like streams of pixie dust are just kind of zooming by. Everything's all magical and whatnot. It's like you're in almost like you're in a fairy tale setting.
Those things are gonna keep me up all night.
I can help you sleep if you want.
I should be okay.
Stig, you butcher the deer. Give me a survival check on butchering this fey deer.
I'm just gonna say right now, he is not he is not Damascus.
Would Mason being a support staff maybe help me out?
With the 20, you are able to save the hide and antlers, if you wish to keep them.
I mean, if you guys want to. I guess I'll set it aside.
Okay, the hide.
I will definitely look at the hide and antlers of this deer to see about properties, fake properties.
Okay.
Stig's not really interested because it's a deer.
Mason, you can give me. I will say Arcana since you're looking for magical properties. The hide, if crafted correctly, can make a cloak that can do similar to what Gallenfir's face step is.
Just get my little notebook and start jotting it down, passing it down for stick this in the we're keeping this.
Oh, okay.
And the antlers, if crafted correctly, can and you can has let's say fire-based properties to it.
I like fire-based stuff. We're keeping these two.
As you guys are settling for the night, it is a cool night. It is constant autumn, so there is a chill breeze that goes through. So where you
Stig will pull out his blanket, his thick blanket from the bag of holding, and then throw his bag over his chest.
Chris, I don't think I have control over Fulgurite, and he's a bit big.
Oh, I just pulled what? Oh, hold on.
Wow, is that Fulgurite? He's massive.
Oh, he's how do I put this? He's declaring territory, so he unfurls and kind of flares up. It's just all poofy, just kind of fire poofy.
He's a tiny creature, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Tiny beast.
Okay.
Are we in the dome, by the way?
I can set up a dome if we need to for the night. Actually, I think if we're in an unfamiliar area like this, I would definitely set up the dome.
We don't even have to worry about trying to cram the horses in.
Also true.
Um,
It'll take me 11 minutes to cast, but yes, I can cast the dome as a ritual.
as you guys are setting up, how about you guys give me perception checks?
I think the Feywild agrees with Galliford.
Clearly.
Has he rolled nothing but crits since he's gotten here?
As you guys, as Caradwin is setting up Galliford, you notice something amiss in the trees within on the ground. They were blending in a bit, but you notice these red-capped creatures wielding wicked sickles kind of surround you. And they look menacing.
Oh, I hate these guys. Heads up. We have company.
And we are going to roll initiative.
Is this before or after the dome is set up?
This is before the dome. This is during while you're setting up doing the ritual.
I think Galliford said, why don't you set up the dome and these guys go now? The master wants them taken before the dome is set up.
We must get them before the deflector shield is fully operational.
So, somewhere, where did I put it? Stig has the alert feat.
This is not a surprise round.
Okay.
You guys were able to spot them before they ambushed you. All right.
So do these guys look like Toad, where they like have mushroom heads?
No, they're wearing. They look like your typical garden gnome, but
So they are the creatures, and they do look like them.
yeah, and they're about the size of Nyx, and they're wielding sickles. This one is going to charge at you, Stig, and attack.
Greetings, Autumn.
No, it's charging at you. Rah!
Stig is trying to be civilized. He just holds his hand up. Greetings, fall denizen of this land. We're not from around here.
So it charges you, Stig, and does a sliding tackle. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Stig, we just got here. Please don't get cursed by Fey magic.
I'm not doing anything. So what happens?
You take. So these creatures are wearing heavy iron boots, and this one hits you in your shins.
And?
You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
How big are these guys again?
These are they're small creatures.
These small creatures just knocked down our like 7-foot half-orc.
Yes. Nyx.
Oh, you cruddy little turds.
Nyx is going to say, hey, that's not very nice. And she's gonna cast Earthbind on the one in front of Stig.
Okay. He's strength. Okay. Strength. You wrap it around and it just flexes his muscles and just bursts through your vines.
In that case, I'm gonna bonus action wild shape into giant hyena.
Okay. You can get the token, right? Oh, there it is.
Huh. Yeah, I can do it. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. This little guy
Went to the market.
20. Seeing Stig knocked on the ground is going to charge at you, Stig, and attack you 3 times with his sickle. And I have advantage because you're prone.
Okay.
15?
Nope.
22.
Yep.
8 slashing. And 24.
Yep.
For another 8. Alright, Gallenford.
I am not a fan of these things, and I am going to thrust my rapier into this little guy that just ran up on Stick.
Okay.
So add a little defensive flourish into it. And if he's still standing, we'll stab him again.
Hold on. I'm checking. I want to double check something. Okay. 14. He's still standing. He's been dealt some grievous wounds.
He's still standing after that.
He's barely standing on his 2 feet.
And then I'll flip backwards, see if I can draw him away.
Since you have the mobile feat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Otherwise, I would have attacked, but... Alright. Is that your turn?
Oh, you know what? As a bonus action, I'm going to Healing Word Stig. Because I forgot that I can do that. As I heal you, Stig, I just shout out, "You can kill these things. They're vicious."
Alright. Morrigan.
Well, shit. Now I can't adjust the size of this damn circle anymore.
What are you trying to get it to?
No, I was just trying to make it smaller, but I can't do that anymore for some reason. That's okay, I'm just gonna remove it. Morrigan will come over to this guy and provide the help action for any attack rolls.
Okay.
And then that will be his turn.
Alright. This guy right here is going to charge at you, Nyx, and do this. I need a dexterity saving throw. You're going to take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone. Caradwin.
I'm gonna turn to Stig and Mason and ask, do we want to punch them or do we just want to get them away from us for a bit? Because I can get them away from us for a bit. But it would trap us inside.
Well, Stig's heavy melee, so is Nick's. There's my 6 seconds.
You see fire in Stig's eyes.
Alright, well maybe I won't do that then.
Are you part of
Instead...
And part of everything else, apparently.
So, a circle, and a circle's pointless when we're in the middle of a circle. Fuck. I prepared the wrong spells. I'm going to, with my action, cast my new spell. I'm going to get rid of the circle, because I don't think this plan would work.
Okay, so
Just make sure you don't delete yourself.
I did not.
So you're not casting Fireball on yourself like you planned?
No, I was going to cast Wall of Fire pointing outwards, but then Gallenford left, and I was like, oh shit, I probably should have told him to stay, but it's too late now. Because I was like, oh, I can cast Wall of Fire, and then they can't get us.
Yes, cast Wall of Fire in this forest.
I'm going to cast Arcane Hand, which is another name for Bigby's hand. Now, does it take an action to do both? Hand lasts the command. The hand doesn't. When you cast a spell as a bonus action, you can move the hand up to 6 and cause one of the following effects. Okay, so I can only choose one thing. Then I'm gonna have the hand punch the fucker that I gave the help action against.
Yeah, I'll just state that each turn you can choose it to do something different. But you can only choose one.
How large is his hand?
It's large. It is a large hand.
As big as the hyena.
Does it look like the one from the D&D movie?
No. Which I think that was supposed to be Earth and Grasp.
That was Earth and Grasp, I believe.
Earth and Grasp was fighting Bigby's hand.
Oh, that's right. I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I forgot. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Forceful hand pushes the target. Clenched fist does that. 48 force damage is a lot. I'm actually going to have the hand attempt to grapple this dude that knocked Stig on his ass as a just to help Stig out a little bit.
Okay, you can now control the hand.
I can. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna do the grasping hand. So it's gonna make a grapple check with a +8 strength.
If it's any constellation or does it affect anything while grappling, the red cap is considered to be a medium. Considered to be medium. It's also basically if I don't know if that affects anything.
So I think there's something where it's like if you try and grapple a smaller creature, you get like an extra D4.
Well, if he's medium or smaller, I have advantage on the check. So.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So I will slash roll 1d20 plus 8. Which is a 28. That's a natural 20 on the grapple check. So I don't know if he needs to roll against that.
If you're trying to grapple me, I think it's the grapple rules.
Yeah.
So okay.
So I rolled a 28 on my grapple check.
Oh, well, I can't beat that no matter what.
Perfect. So he's grappled. And that's the hand's go. And thus my turn as well. And ideally I would keep him in the same space. I don't want to move him that space, so if the hand needs to go into his space, that would be preferred. Because Morgan's a tiny creature. It doesn't really affect anything.
Okay. Fulgurite.
We'd be in that same square, and he's really excited, so he's going to try and fight this guy.
Okay. A 14 hits. Can you move him, Brad? Oh, okay. He's in your square.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do that. Okay.
It's 1 piercing plus a constitution against that poisonous fire damage.
Okay. Oh, I kind of hope I fail. I do. Fulgurite slithers up to and wraps around this creature's neck and bites into his jugular. It quickly grabs Fulgurite and kind of the instinctive grab and throw. But the venom takes effect immediately. And he's dead.
Who's a good little fire snake?
I only take the fire damage on the saving throw, right?
Yeah, you take 1 piercing damage and then you save against the fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, I failed to say. He only had 2 hit points, so.
Who's the good fire snake? That will be his turn.
Okay, Stig.
He's immediately going to raid. Stand up for half his movement.
Okay.
He's going to pull out his predator sword and slash at this guy. Doesn't need to recklessly this time because Jaredwin set him up. For a crit.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, dang it, it's a 19 crit. That is wrong. That is very good.
What's 101 D10?
should not be.
Stig OP must nerf this patch.
I forgot the addition.
God. He
Just in a few more levels.
you just disintegrate him. No. So he takes the 13.
There you go.
Okay, 14 plus 18.
So 32.
He is still alive, but blood is pouring out of him.
Okay, second attack.
Uh,
21.
Hit.
For another 15.
What weapon are you using? Your predator sword?
Yes.
You decapitate him.
I would like to cut both of his legs off.
Okay.
Kick me in the shins, will ya? And I will look around and I will point at this one and go, you! Let me just double check, make sure I'm not encumbered. I do have a speed of 40, so I can make it there.
Okay.
I'm going to action surge. And do exactly the same thing. And I will be recklessly attacking.
Okay.
I started recklessly attacking on that last one. 18.
Hit.
14 slashing. I assume that doesn't kill.
No.
And we know 21 hit. So another 13.
Still alive, but is angry looking back at you.
Alright. I'm good.
Alright. This one here, seeing Nyx down, is going to charge at you, Nyx, and attack you 3 times with its sickle, and since you're prone, I have advantage. With a crit.
Plus 8 instead of plus 4.
Yeah, so 11 plus 8 is 19. 21. For 10.
I'm out of hyena form.
Okay,
And then I can make 2.
okay. You are still prone. For 22.
Uh-huh.
For 9. Mason, it is your turn.
Yep, let's pull out the vampire mace and whack this guy in front of me. Why did that just roll damage? That's not right.
If you on your character sheet, you can choose to just instantly do damage. You have to do it on the left side.
There you go. That's a new
Yeah.
feature. I didn't know that.
That's a hit. So 8 plus 6.
It rolled damage already. I guess that must be another button.
Okay.
So wait, not automatically roll damage?
I think you have to go into the options where it's like don't automatically roll damage.
Okay, I'll look at that in a minute.
Yeah. It's still standing and it kind of hisses at you, and drool is coming out. It's just an angry looking man.
If he hisses at me, both Mason and Fulbright are going to hiss back at him as I hit him again.
It is the creature is still standing as you're just bludgeoning him with your mace.
Yep. Kind Pound. Take that. That'll be my turn.
All right. This one's going to charge 5, 10, 20 at you, Caradwin. And I need a dexterity saving throw. Seeing Nyx and Stig being tackled by this creature, you know the jump out of the way. Stig, the one in front of you is going to attack you 3 times with advantage because you attacked recklessly.
Okay.
Crit.
I'm going to use my reaction to activate my my tattoo. So that's just a regular hit.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the 10 attack just so because for 6 slashing.
I'll take 3.
Damn it. Okay, second attack. 20
That hits.
for 9.
Take 4.
This one's dead. Nyx.
Get up for half my movement. And I'm gonna throw one of my manticore darts at this one.
Okay, I believe you have disadvantage because you do have an enemy 5 feet from you.
Then in that case, I'll just use my quarterstaff. The one next to me.
Okay.
Or a 10.
Unfortunately, he blocks your staff with his sickle.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, this one's dead. Gallenford.
I'm gonna run up and stab this guy that's been attacking Nyx and Mason.
Yeah, he's dead.
Remainder of my movement up to that guy, and I'll stab him next.
Alright, this one is still standing.
Okay, and I will stay there in front of him. And as I pull my blade out of him slowly, I'm like, it might be wise to run.
It's like Alfred hated runners.
Morgan.
That different.
Morgan is gonna fly over to this guy and provide the help action again on the guy next to me.
Okay. Gallenford, the one in front of you is going to retaliate with his sickle. Oh, I don't have advantage. 12.
Misses. Misses. Misses.
Okay. You dance around his attacks. Caradwin.
I'm gonna redirect the fist to punch the dude that I have advantage on. Oh, and I did not add this to my thing. Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20 plus 8 because I didn't add it. I thought I added it to my attack list, but I did not. But it's based on, I'll push the spell again, it's based on my spell attack. Advantage?
What about advantage?
Well, because Morgan provided the help action, right?
Oh.
And this is my spell. So I'm assuming I get advantage to punch this guy with my fist.
Yeah, you're making an attack roll basically.
Yep.
14 is a hit.
Oh, thank God. 4d8, right? Punched fist does 48 force damage. So he'll take 18 force damage. That guy right there.
All right, it raises his sickle to attack you again, but a giant fist just punches him across the face.
Yeah, that's my turn because I don't want to move and get hit.
All right, Fulgurite.
He'll just ready his action for anybody who comes within range
Okay,
to attack.
Stig.
I'm gonna cut this guy down to size, which isn't saying much. Recklessly attacking. 21.
Hit.
For another 15.
He is barely standing.
Second attack. 22.
Yep.
For another 11.
You cleave him into pieces.
Nice. I see Carriagewin is being harassed by this guy, so I'm going to pull out my knife. Bonus action. Quick toss. For another 20 for 22. So that'll be a 14 piercing.
You stick him in the side, but he goes to pull out, but it goes back to you, right?
Not at the moment.
Okay. He pulls it out, tosses it to the side, but he is still alive.
Then I will. I'll run up to him.
All right.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
Make-
I'll use an object action to pick up the knife that he tossed aside.
Okay. Mason.
Mason's turn.
Yes.
Mason's gonna cross his arms and basically do finger guns at each one of these guys. We'll start with the Galliford one.
Okay.
$24 for Galliford's guy.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. You nick him in the shoulder, but he's still standing. Oh wait, what's that?
It's only 1d6. It didn't check the D right.
Okay. Put an extra 3.
Yep. And then we'll shoot at the guy at the top. 19.
That's a hit. He is still standing as well.
And then just because I can, I'm going to step in front of, impose myself between him and Nyx, which brings Fulgurite in range to make a bite attack.
Well, fine. Uh,
13.
13 is the magic number.
He's so excited to be in his first battle. Look at him go.
Constitution save. Oh, Jesus.
They grew up so fast.
But this one is still holding strong, but he's angry.
That will be my turn.
All right. This one is going to ignore Stig and attack you, Caradwin, 3 times. 9,
Miss.
12,
Miss.
10.
Miss.
God dang it. Nyx.
Shout out to Mage Armor. Oop. I think Nyx got disconnected.
Did she?
She's back now.
She's back.
Okay. Carla, it is your turn.
Nyx, you good? Six seconds.
Oh, she's. I was muted. I'm here. She just was gonna move and attack this one with her quarterstaff.
Okay.
Missing.
Yeah, he sees you coming in and dodges out of your way.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, Gallenford.
It might have just been the distraction needed for me to stab him. Or not.
Nope. He dances around your first attack, but you lunge and pierce him in the chest with your second, but he's still breathing.
Really? I kick him off my rapier and just yell in his face, "Why won't you die?"
Morgan. Morgan?
Morgan will continue to provide the help action against the guy next to me.
Okay. Seeing that Nyx is wounded, this one's going to attack Nyx. 23.
That hits.
For 9. 17.
That also hits.
For another 9.
I'm only a druid.
And 18.
That hits as well.
8.
I don't know, guys. I don't think I like the Fable more.
You just need to stand behind me. Get behind me.
Caradwin.
Once again, I shall. My fist is gonna punch the dude that Morgan gave the help action against. For a 17, a 26.
Hit.
Yeah, that's twice what you need.
And 14 force damage.
Your fist, you raise your fist up in the air and a downward, punch, you pummel him into the ground.
Awesome. And then I can, as part of that bonus action, I can move the hand 60 feet. So I'm going to move the hand 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here.
Okay.
And try to block this guy in. And that's my turn. Oh, I still have an action. Hold on. I am a fucking idiot. That's 2 turns that I haven't taken a full action. But I still have an action, because that's a bonus action to do. I'm gonna cantrip that guy. God, I'm stupid. Chill touch that dude. Yep. Wrong button.
Is that a
I didn't
saving
take my action
throw?
last turn. I just took my bonus action. That's funny.
Hit.
21
Hit.
for 5 necrotic damage.
You strangle this with another spectral fist, and you strangle the life out of him.
Cool.
He had
Wow,
5
I can't
hit.
believe I didn't take my action last turn. I just did a bonus action.
taking a quick breath, you realize you're not currently in any immediate danger. We're going to take our break right there.
Cool.
Sounds good.
I think we're just waiting on Nyx. Carla, are you back? Okay. So, after everything settles, you guys are no longer under attack. You believe those were the only ones that came, that were around.
Try to go into the dome.
I'm gonna. I can't actually. I did that earlier when I did detect magic. Yeah, I'll take the 11 minutes to cast the dome.
I'm gonna search the bodies.
Okay.
And while I'm searching though, I'm just muttering. I forgot how much I hate these freaking little crazy gnomish wannabe red caps.
Can you give us some more information on them, Galford?
They're just psycho scavengers.
Galford, you give me a nature check. Just you. Going through them and just kind of being frustrated. You don't find anything of use on their bodies. They just had their clothes, their iron boots, and their sickles. Yeah, you're just kind of frustrated that you just keep coming home. You're attacked on the first day.
Is it always like this?
This is kind of normal. Raiding parties.
I'm not sure if I've slept in this dome before. Do we still need to keep a watch, or does the dome do it all?
Well, technically speaking, my awakened mind and Morgan never sleep, so they can keep watch, and nothing can come in or nothing can come into the dome unless I allow it to. But you also can't cast spells out of it. So once we're in, but we're basically set for life.
Let's
Or
not.
other magical effects either. So if there's some weird fey shit going on, then we're safe from that too.
We're not in any grove, so I don't think we have to worry about anything happening like what happened in the Darklands.
You mean Herman?
Yeah, you know when the corpses came out of the ground underneath us?
No, I don't.
Stig wasn't there.
That happened like a day before you met Stig.
Oh, yeah. But I don't think we have to worry about that here.
Also, if I can, I'd like to make the dome on the outside look, or try to blend in with the color scheme of the forest around us.
Okay, so like a reddish, orangish color.
Yeah.
Okay, 11 minutes.
Fey camo.
Yeah, 11 minutes go by and the dome is up. You all kind of huddled together in the night sky. Despite what happened, again, it is a very beautiful. You're looking up at the stars in the night sky. You see the twinkling lights of the like fairy dust and the fireflies up the forest. It's very peaceful. Morgan is keeping a watch out. Morgan, give me a perception check.
I'm curious if Fulgurite is going to stay up with them.
He might as well.
Is Fulgurite in the dome or outside of the dome?
He'll be with the familiars. Just, trying to be one of the guys.
And then have Fulgurite give me a perception check.
I just like seeing this like tiny little snake, like curled up underneath this giant bird.
Not keeping a lookout. Morgan does see like movement in there, but not unsure whether it's friend or foe because this is the first time like you guys been in the Feywild, but nothing comes and attacks you in the night. So you all get a full rest.
And with your full rest, we just recharge everything.
Yeah. Unless I specifically say so. We're doing our normal rules.
Yeah, I gotta remember because Ken's the one where you just get half your hit dice back.
Actually, I think that's the standard rules as written. I believe?
Something like that. Ramir doesn't get hit enough to deal with.
Well, you guys never expended any hit dice, anyways. You haven't taken any short rests.
It's whether I had to expend resources to heal back to full or not.
Morning comes. Anything you guys wish to do for today on your journey?
Maybe if there's, I don't know, maybe Gallenford could start pointing out some of the specific plants we need to be wary of, or plants that might be useful.
If there are any useful herbs or dangerous plants that I remember, I'll try and spot those on our trek.
All right. Galliford, you lead the party through the forest, and eventually evening comes again, but you make it. You see the. That's not what you definitely see lights up ahead, and it's the outskirts of the town.
As we travel, Stig's gonna ask Gallenford, since you were born here, so why did you come to the material plane? Or was that your choice?
I thought I told you. I actually
I'm
thought
sure-
I repeated
I'm-
this story a lot.
Yeah. It may be because it was very boring, but this traveling is boring. Why don't you, if you're tired of your backstory, why don't you maybe tell us another fairy tale?
I don't mind telling or repeating stories.
For
But-
Stig, it's same tree, same tree, same tree, same leaves.
I came to the material world because I was looking for the one responsible for the ambush that caused my brother's and his companion's death. Lady De Winter disguised herself as one of us and led them into a trap, using lost children as bait. They killed the hag, but she then attacked them when they least expected it, along with another
hags.
herself. Whatever she grew into and turned into, I think she was something called an Oni, or I don't know. She wasn't actually what she appeared to be.
I remember you mentioning an Oni.
And last I saw, the same way that I led the children out is where she went. So I assumed she was on the material plane and no longer in the Feywild.
And I take it you're still looking.
Yeah, I haven't seen any sign. And actually, I guess I've honestly gotten distracted with a lot of the things we've been dealing with. That,
A lot of stuff has happened.
yeah, I haven't even thought to look and see if she was on any bounty boards. Gallenford starts to almost frown because he's realizing how much time he wasted not tracking her down.
Well, you can only do that when you're back.
You know what makes this worse? Now that I'm thinking things over, I nearly repeated what my brother did. That stupid rat queen tried to seduce me and then turned out to be the rat queen and caused a bunch of damage. That's literally what the Oni chick did to my brother.
Dang. Well, let's chalk that up on our to-do list. Hunt down this Oni.
Oh, sorry, 1 second, guys.
What was the Oni's name?
Lady De Winter.
You got a spelling for that?
I'm making sure I recall everything from my long backstory. One sec.
I'm not sure if it's possible to do this with the spell, but I wonder if I can use this to make like a chessboard and we can just Star Wars chess.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah, you can create an image.
Yeah, you just do a pawn to d5 and I'll redo the image or whatever. I was going to suggest playing cards because I'm proficient with playing cards, but I make the illusion, so that'd be kind of cheating.
Yeah, in Mad Mage, Ramir uses mold earth to make a chessboard in the ground. And he plays himself to practice.
Come on, dang it. Go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry about that. Milo, Brutus was being a cat.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's running around for no apparent reason.
Oh, he's got the zoomies.
That's just the zoomies.
But yes, Downford again, you see the outskirts of the town. You see lights and whatnot. It is your home.
Finally here. Come everyone, I'll show you all around. We should be safe here.
Should. Okay. Guess nowhere's truly safe. Let's go.
After you.
Yep, we're walking into town.
You all approach this town, and it seems like they're getting ready for some kind of festival. You see many denizens, a lot like Galliford, Autumn Fae. But you also see creatures like that are half goat and half humanoid. You also see centaurs. You see unique denizens you would not normally see in the material plane. But they all, even you guys are drawing attention to yourselves just because they're not used to seeing people of your kind in the town.
As we're strolling through, I'm just like happy to see certain places, so I'm pointing out things I recognize. Like, oh, and that's the bakery I used to go to when I was younger. And that's where my brother used to train me in some swordsmanship. That's where I failed some of my archery. And I'll just like ramble as I'm guiding them through the town.
Very interesting architecture. Alright, we made it to your hometown. Do you have any idea how to find this page? Got like a page locator device or anything?
Well, my best idea is to check with some of the higher society folk or some of the soldiers. So I'm first gonna stop by my home and hope my parents don't scold me.
Oh, I'm hoping for some embarrassing childhood memories.
You know he's in trouble if they yell at him in Sylvan.
I'll have comprehend languages ready.
Same here.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but my family is part of high society, so may have some people that I can reach out to through them.
You guys are walking through. You definitely see children playing, and most of the children that you see are wearing masks. Again, they're getting it's like this the whole town's getting ready for some festival. But Galliford, you do eventually make it to your estate. You guys see Galliford's home. It is a large mansion. There is a gate in front of it, so you would need to, and the gate is currently closed.
Geez, Galliford, humble brag.
I'll just see if any of the guards are nearby.
You do see two guards up on the stair, up on by the main entrance.
I'll wave to get their attention and see if they recognize me since I also don't have the hat on.
Okay. You do get their attention, and one of them approaches the gate. Yes. Can I help you?
You might not recognize me. It's been a while. It's me, Galliford Storzando. I've come home.
Give me a persuasion check.
Mason's just gonna mutter to Carter, the prodigal son returns.
Or the forgotten son.
Stig just goes, we're with him.
Oh. We thought you were dead.
Why would you think I was dead?
Because you left. You ran away.
I'm sure I left a note. I ran to get revenge.
Well, I'm sure your parents would want to see you. And you may enter, and he opens the gate, unlocks it, and opens the gate for you.
Are they in their usual spot?
Most likely.
And I will just start towards the main door.
Okay.
Mason's gonna go ahead.
Stig will follow after Galliford.
The guard steps in front of you guys. And who might you be?
We're with him. Point to Galliford.
They are my companions. We're part of a group. The Meddlers of Mischief. We've become heroes in the material plane.
Well, they are currently not allowed unless the master has given the blessing, and he begins to push you all out and close the gate.
I suggest that you.
I
listen
want
to
to.
your-
I want to do. He's going to have to push pretty hard because Stig does not like being pushed.
Give me a moment to talk with my parents. There's maybe some
I'm
misunderstanding.
fully casting suggestion on this guy.
And Mason would like to see if Fulgurite can sneak in there to Galliford.
Okay. Gotta check the freaking.
I suggest you listen to the young master who's returned. We are with him. I think it's a safe bet to let us in.
It might be a good idea. You don't want to know what happened to the last guy who told her name.
Okay. Hey!
Aren't you glad you brought us to your home, Gallagher?
Listen, he's not gonna kick us out for nothing.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's for house guests.
Exactly.
Okay, advantage. So this is a wisdom save.
Indeed.
Okay, he has advantage.
Fucking cool. I love that.
Now, I need everybody but Galliford. Just being in this guy's presence, I need wisdom saving throws.
Awesome.
Do I have anything for it? Don't think I do. Let's help it all. No, it does not help. Okay.
God.
Hell yeah. Doesn't matter.
So Mason, you're the only one's like, okay, maybe we shouldn't encroach on this in this house when we're not invited. Maybe we'll wait. But everybody else, you're just like, fuck this guy.
Oh, it'll be fine. This will just take a moment of explaining, and we'll need my family's help.
Stig will just go 1 hour, and then we're coming in for you.
Once we get out of eyesight, I'm gonna cast invisibility on Morgan and have Morgan scout around the premises.
So we will set up camp like 20 feet away.
Okay. Mason, were you gonna the wisdom save for Fulgurite would you probably won't be able to sneak him in. But give me Morgan a wisdom. Have Morgan give me a wisdom save. And same with Bucky. They can't forget about Bucky.
Yeah, so either I set up my chessboard or Stig and I are going to go find the local bar. Stig, you want to walk around town and see where we can find alcohol?
I mean, yeah, let's see what kind of stuff we can stick our noses into.
All right, so the group goes off into town, kind of seeing what's going on. Galliford, you walk into your home to confront your parents. We'll start with the group.
Come on, gang. Let's go make some good first impressions.
Let's go blow up a town.
This is what happens when you ignore us.
And by impressions, I mean the fist-shaped kind.
What do you guys wish to do in this town? Unsupervised.
Well, I look for information up in the high end of town. Stig and I should go and look at the low end of town, and by low end of town I mean the closest bar.
Okay. So Mason and Stig, you go off and the closest thing you find is a meadery. And
Now I'm really depressed.
Oh, come on, it can't be that bad. Let's go at least try it. Maybe it's like magical mead.
Oh yeah.
Magical mead.
You just use your imagination.
Caradwin and Nyx, what are you guys doing?
Fuck it, I'll follow them.
Nix, there is a bakery.
I think I'll pass on the bakery for now. Remember, I'm not supposed to eat food from strangers.
Who are you and what have you done with Nix? He's after that little spat with those thieves. It's like you've got a sense of responsibility about you.
I'm growing up.
So next, are you going with them?
You want to try some mead, Nix?
Okay. She'll go with them.
All right.
Yes.
You guys walk into this meadery. You get some stairs walking through town, but just out of curiosity, nothing bad or whatnot. The kids are kind of looking at you guys and everything. But you walk into this meadery. You sit down. They have a simple menu, but you do see a list of different meads.
First of all, I want to make sure that they do take our coin here. I heard the Fae, you don't really want to make deals or trades with them. Just stick with the coin. So I want to make sure they take our coin.
They will take coin. They just like anywhere else, gold and silver are a rarity. Are precious and whatnot.
I just wanted to make sure before we ordered. Okay, I'll have this and this.
And also you see different ciders on there as well.
So I think Mason's just going to look and guess at the strongest stuff they have and order that.
Okay.
Stig will just get something different.
Caradwin?
I'll have whatever Stig is having.
Okay.
I'm sure he knows how to get a strong drink.
Everything is written in Sylvan. Nyx?
So we just point at that one, going, I want that one.
Yes.
Oh, I ritually can cast comprehend languages to help me read this.
Stig is just gonna pick
Listen.
one at random. He's like, it's like always the fourth one. He picks the one at the bottom.
Yeah. If you've been out with Stig and Mason, you understand that after a while you can't read the menu anyway. You just point.
What the hell? Uh-oh. Hello?
I will go with 4.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear us again?
Yeah, something happened.
Anyway, if we can't read the menu, Stig's having number 4, I think, and then Mason's having number 7.
You can't read the language, but universally they all have numbers, so you can definitely tell, like, the prices.
Just the...
We're just pointing that one. Give me that one. That one's got a lot of swirly letters in it.
Which
Give me
one
that
has the longest name?
We're also trying to pronounce it, but it's like reading Portuguese or something where
Yeah.
it's totally.
It's like reading Arabic, where it's like completely different script.
Next, anything you wish to get off the menu?
I'll take the 2.
All right.
I'll have a number 5, no onions and mayonnaise.
They
No,
look.
this is kind of guys. I just came up with a great idea. This is like bar roulette. You don't look at the menu. You just point. You just randomly pick one.
Oh man, it's been a while since I've done bar roulette. Galliford's missing so much. By the way, this is going on the Storzanzo's tab.
Give me.
Can we give him the help action with that one?
Okay.
This is also just to see what the name drop, how they react to the name drop.
Okay.
Also 9 charisma.
Okay. First, you're not lying, are you? Okay. No. I'll give you persuasion, deception, or it's not that you're not intimidating them. Or persuasion or deception.
I'll do persuasion. This is just confidence.
They're like, okay. They bring out complimentary focaccia bread and honey.
Thank you.
And then they bring out your your drinks. Mason, yours is like a cinnamon based drink, so it has a bit of a spice to it.
It's pumpkin spice.
Stig,
Or it's a Christmassy mead.
Stig, yours is dark, like they use maybe some type of black or blueberry. Caradron, which one did you say?
Number 5, no pickles or onions.
Yeah, they looked at you weird when you said that.
Just put up a hand that has 5.
Yours comes out green and fizzing.
Oh, I love that. Genuinely, I love that.
And Nix, what number did you say?
I said 2, and I'm like looking at Caradwin's, drinking like, ooh, witchy.
Nix, yours is clear, but it has little like colorful beads floating in it.
All right, we drink on 3.
3.
3.
Oh,
Three, dang it!
I'm not gonna
Well, we
cheers. Okay, I'll just clink myself.
And this is how we got trapped in the Feywild.
Like I said, we never seen again.
I need all four.
This is all Galliford's fault.
I need all 4 of you to give me Constitution saving throws.
Let's go.
I hope I'm
Oh,
not
hell
actually drinking
yeah.
Orbeez. I mean, I'm drinking Orbeez.
All right, back at the mansion. Galliford, you are escorted to where your father is. He is tending to his indoor garden, his houseplants, like he normally does. His back is turned to you, and he's just kind of, trimming away.
Hello, Father.
Galliford, what brings you back home?
A couple things. I must report. Well, it sounds like no one actually understood what I was doing. I was unable to locate Aether's killer. But in the process of being in the material plane, I ended up joining a group. And we became heroes out there, but wow, this is complicated. We were sent on a mission to find some mystical page that might help stop the end of the world from some unknown creature.
Well, first, I don't remember you ever going after Aethid's killer. You ran away because of he was killed. Your grief just struck you and went out and you left without saying a word.
I'm certain I said something. I've replayed that day so many times.
Well, we thought you were gone for the amount of time you have not been home. So it is good to see you. You said you were looking. So as to your quest, though, I'm surprised. Again, this is so unnatural for you. You always were not all that adventurous. I mean, you always looked up to your brother, but so unusual. But right now, as you can see, we're getting ready for the festivals of the masks. We could once the festival is gone, I perhaps could be of more help with what you are doing.
Thank you, Father. It's nagging at me now that I'm trying to recall back. How long have I been gone?
Oh, by my recollection, years.
I thought it was only a year or a couple of months.
No. And ever since you left, your mother has been grief-stricken in her room. Never leaves, barely eats, barely sleeps.
But I must go see her.
You'll see her at supper. I will make sure to get her ready for you. We kind of want to gentle her in. Who knows what might happen with the immediate shock.
I understand. I have some friends that are waiting outside the gate until I spoke with you.
Cut to the mid-read. Chug, chug, chug.
My companions that are also heroes on the material plane with me.
Well, if they are your compatriots, I would like to meet them. But yes, they will be invited to dinner.
Thank you, Father. I'll ask one of the guards to go retrieve them. I'm so confused with the time lapse, and now I'm wondering how much I actually remember. I think I would like to see my room and see if it jogs anything.
Oh, yeah, your room is still the same. Perhaps you should go and get ready. Dress appropriately and whatnot, and we'll make sure your friends are retrieved.
Thank you, Father. And Galliford looks definitely confused and will kind of wander to his room as he tries to recall as much as he can from his past.
All right. Back at the meadery, Mason, it's kind of hard because you're already red with flames and everything. You guys look at Mason and he's beginning to get freckles all over his face and body. And Mason, you normally are warm, but you begin to feel a little warm and like kind of a little giddity. You're kind of giggling a little bit at everything.
This stuff is awesome, you guys.
Caradwin, you drink your fizzy green drink. At first you begin to float off the edge of your seat, but then you realize, then you are able to overcome the effects of the alcohol and gently sit back down instead of floating to the ceiling.
I'm glad I seem to have ordered fizzy lifting drink.
Nyx. Everything, your sight begins to change, and you guys can see Nyx's eyes change into like that hypnotic rainbow. And Nyx, everything is just in rainbow colors.
So she's drunk and high.
No. Wow. I wonder if purple tastes like grapes.
Stig. Your complexion begins to turn into a little bit bluish. So you're like a greenish blue half orc.
Look, guys, I'm a troll.
But yeah,
This is wild. Wench! Another!
Oh, I'm gonna pass after saying all this shit. I've had my drink. I'm good.
do you want the same kind, Stig, or do you want a different drink?
This one. How many drinks are there?
You only had one so far.
How many drinks are there?
Oh, there's about on the menu. There's about 10.
I didn't ask what's in the room. I said I wanted a drink.
I know I've had one. Give me one.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I wanted Fireball.
So you want
the top one.
Okay. They break.
Nyx. No. Seeing Nyx. Caradwin. Let's start writing these down. Or you could do your little magic stuff and tell us exactly what we're drinking.
I could have, but that would have ruined the fun.
Yeah. Tell us what it's called afterward.
After we've had a drink, that's a good idea. I'm not drinking anymore. I've had my fun.
That's good.
But
I've heard horror stories about drunk wizards.
Which one did you get? I'll write down that turns into troll.
I think it was 4, but it just turned me bluish.
5 is the fizzy lifting drink. 4 turns you blue. Nyx, which one did you get?
Nyx!
Two rainbows?
2 is magic mushrooms.
And 7 is like Fireball.
7 gives you freckles. That's a fireball.
So again, Stig, are you getting the same one or are you getting a different one?
I said number 1,
Okay.
the top one.
All right. Anybody else want another drink?
Mason wants to go all the way to the bottom, number 10.
We'll meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Nyx, do you want another drink?
No, Nyx has enough. Stig now realizes this was a bad idea to give Nix a drink.
Stig, yours comes, and it's in like a fish bowl, and it's blue, and you actually see, like little fish swimming around in it.
Oh, well, you think those are real fish?
Ah, they're probably like magic construct fish made out of jelly or something.
Mason, yours comes, and it's a little, and it's a shot, and it's is gold liquid with like that magic silver powder you put in drinks, and it's like a silvery and whatnot.
Ooh, fancy. Bottoms up.
Hey, Karen, look, fish people.
There's a mixture of fear and rage that takes over Carolyn for a second, and then she just writes down whatever number that was equals fish people.
You think I could down this in one gulp? Or...
You down that one in one go, but I'll down this one in one go.
Alright. Hang on, I gotta psych myself up for this one. Stig slaps himself on the face, like does some breathing exercises, just for the show. But Caradwin, you see little like slits on Stig's neck for as he grows gills.
I hate every moment of this.
Stig's now a fish person.
Stig's not going to wake up in the morning. It's what's going to happen at this point.
That's just every other night. Alright, let's drink this down.
Mason's gonna mage hand his shot.
Alright. I need both of you to give me Constitution saving throws, but this time with disadvantage.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really good.
These are the two drinkers.
Yes. Mason, you take a shot. You take the shot. You don't feel anything.
Oh, what a waste.
And,
Must be like the
and when Mason speaks, you guys see the inside of his mouth is gold and silver.
What the fuck?
This one must be a dud, you guys.
I think you're literally silver-tongued now.
What, really? I'm gonna minor illusions music and be like, let me try it out. The Meddlers of Mischief running through the forest. And I'm just gonna start randomly making up words.
Stig. You don't feel anything either.
Yeah.
But Caradwin, a nightmare happens.
No.
Yes.
Stig's hair is all wet, like seaweed, and he begins dripping like what seems to be water. Like
He's also blue.
yeah, and he's like he's sweating profusely for some reason.
Mason's gonna look at him and he's like, let's go say hi! Let's just say hi! Come on, everybody run!
There is so much of me that wants to cast Banishment. But if it goes wrong, he could be stuck in the material plane.
Stig.
Well,
I guess I'll just go home.
So I'm not gonna do it, but God, I want to.
Go ahead. I'll just sit out the next 6 sessions.
Caradwin, since you're kind of the sober one right now, Nyx, you're still tripping balls.
She's just laying on underneath the table, staring straight.
Yeah, I'm drip crafting flowers to make flower crowns with.
Caradwin, you do realize people are around you. You guys are kind of drawing a crowd, and they are enjoying themselves, seeing these strangers. What happened to them? And next thing you know, you see more drinks come to the table. Like people are ordering you guys drinks.
Oh, sweet.
As long as we're not the ones paying for it, they can drink all they want.
I love the Feywild.
Ooh, what's this one? As Nick tries to go grab one of the drinks.
Wait, hold on, we
Here,
didn't get
try
what
this
numbers
out.
they are. If they're duplicates, we don't want them. We want something new.
We're just gonna have a. We just mark on the table the numbers, and then we just start sorting them. Okay, that's number 7. That's a 4. I think this is a number 1.
You don't know what numbers they are. People are just buying you drinks and wanting to see what happens.
The ones we don't know will ask like.
Well, it's just the ones we know get sorted, and the ones we don't, we're just like, I think that's a number 1.
Make
Yeah,
a table, Caradwin, and we'll just start putting the ones we don't know into the blank spots, and we'll sort them out later.
Next, you just grab one, not you because you're still seeing colors. This one. Well,
Just roll a d10, see which one she grabs.
the one. Okay, I'll describe what not. You can't tell what the liquid is, but the container that's in is like a long flute. Like there are glasses called flutes, so it's a very tall drink. You guys see Nyx grab the color of this one. Let's see here. It's.
If I see Nyx grab a drink, I'm gonna stop or I'm gonna go.
No, it's mine. Smack, 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 smack.
She grabs it, turns around, and just chugs.
Turn to Caradwin. Do something.
Nyx, this one has like an irony taste to it. You guys saw this one. This one seems like a like a gray metallic liquid color. So Nyx, give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
All right. You don't really feel anything.
It didn't work.
What are you sitting down, Nyx? Where are you exactly? What are you
No,
doing?
I was running away from Stig because he was trying to take away my mead.
Okay. When you're coming back to put the glass on the table, your feet are heavy. You're you're wearing iron boots.
Oh,
And
can't move.
you're kind of like bang bang bang, and you guys can hear like metal hitting the stone floor, which each step Nyx takes.
So when she comes back, Stick is just like, there's no need to have a fit. I told you that, like, you're only fit for one drink at this age. You shouldn't push yourself. So it's your own fault if you feel miserable.
But I don't feel anything. I miss the rainbows.
Well, no, the rainbows are still going on.
Oh, they're still going.
They're still going on. You just feel very heavy.
Yeah.
Nyx, I have to cut you off if you look already worn out. Go lay down or something.
As you guys are drinking, enjoying the self, and making the other patrons laugh, enjoying the spectacle, Caradwin, you see two guards from the estate enter and come walking straight up to you guys. Seems like you guys are having fun.
Well, we
Mason's
had
gonna-
to do something once we weren't allowed to go with our friend.
The other patrons paid for these drinks.
Mason's gonna put his arms around the drinks and be like, ours. These are ours. Get your own.
We didn't do nothing wrong.
The bar, you see, Caradron, you see the guard go up to the barkeep or the server, and she hands him a tray with like 4 clear crystal shot glasses with crystal clear liquid, and he hands one to each of you, and he says, "Drink."
I'm perfectly sober, thank you.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Turns to
Nick said I
Mason.
couldn't have any more.
Turns to Mason. Wonder what this one does.
Drink. And he gives one to you, Nyx, and you, Caradron. You still have the effects of yours going on.
So
I
she's
thought I
con-
succeeded in mine.
Yeah, but you're constantly having to hold yourself down.
Yeah, basically. You keep
We
float-
should find the one that makes you heavy and the one that makes you light and mix them and see what happens.
So like when you float,
Check it out.
it's like you float up, you float down, you float up, you float down.
You
Alright,
just
I'll drink mine then.
you're just not drunk.
Yeah. Immediately you guys all sober up and the effects of all the drinks just are gone.
No hangover or anything?
Nope.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to stock that stuff for later.
You have been all invited to dinner at the estate. I suggest you make yourselves presentable and come with me.
Oh, do you guys have like a little mall strip where you sell like clothes from here? I always wanted Feywild clothing.
I'm sure if you just clean yourselves up just a little bit, I'm sure that would be enough for this evening.
Stig will just run his hand through his hair to get it out of his eyes and goes, "Ready."
Is there a river nearby I can jump in?
No.
Do they have
Well, then this
bathrooms
is what
with
you
sinks
get.
in them?
What?
Do they have bathrooms with sinks in them?
If you need to use the powder room, you can use the powder room before dinner.
I'll do that.
So as you guys are being escorted back to the estate, Galliford, you are in your room. You are going over old memories. Everything's like the way that you left it. But you're still confused as why people are reacting the way that they are.
How are they reacting?
So there's nothing in here that's jogging my memory of any time lapse or anything odd.
Give me an intelligence check.
I think I'm gonna finally use my inspiration for this one.
You remember that when Nyx died, you reached out to the entity that brought you back. He told you to tell him a lie and to tell him a truth.
Yeah, but wait. Did he change something?
That could possibly be it.
Did he turn your lie into a truth and your truth into a lie?
I start looking through things to see if there's anything showing a sign that I actually became an official musketeer.
You find no evidence of you becoming a musketeer.
I'm so confused.
The memories are there. You remember it, but there's nothing saying that it ever happened.
I will clean up my armor in the meantime. I'll switch the undergarments underneath the armor to the more fancier clothes. And after I'm done looking around the room, I'll head to the dining area.
Okay. As you come down the staircase, you see your compatriots in the main hall. They all just gotten out of the powder room and they got all kind of dressed up and whatnot. As best as they can. Stig probably just has a big floof of powder on his face.
So, how was your reunion?
Confusing.
Why don't you tell us all about it? What's for dinner?
I'm not quite sure yet. I actually have a lot of questions to ask during dinner to try and figure out some things. It seems like I may have been gone longer than I thought.
Does time not work the same here?
I mean, time works differently, but there's definitely a huge gap of time that I think I'm getting mixed up or missing, which means I might not be 42 after all.
So where's the dining room?
Oh, this way.
Galliford, you lead your friends to the dining room, and you see this. You all see this long table. You see servants on each side. They, as you go to approach, they pull out your chair, and you sit in, and they push you in. They put bowls of water in front of you. Galliford, you know this is to kind of wash your hands before the meal.
Stig will drink it.
Oh, just and I'll whisper under my breath, but I'm actually just messaging you. It's to clean your hands.
Good suit, Mr. On. No.
I knew you were going to do a Shrek reference.
Got it.
But your father and mother have not yet arrived just yet. As they are, as you guys are kind of waiting for them and whatnot, Galliford, you see your mother your father escorting your mother in, and usually you stand up at when the head of the house enters and whatnot. So you kind of you stand up and present yourself.
As I do, I'll kind of gesture to everyone else to follow.
Yeah, Stig will
But
follow.
they just sat there. Oh. Mason's going too.
Dear, who are our guests? My dear, our son in Gallonford has returned. What? No, he died years ago. He can't be back.
Mother, I'm right here.
She kind of goes up to you. You're not. Gallonford, you can't be. She took him from me. Can't be him. You are somebody else. Why are you trying to trick me?
Mother, this is no trick. It's me.
No, this must be her doing. I won't stand for it. Who are you? Who are these people? She's kind of getting excited, agitated. These are friends from work. I assure you, there's no trickery going on here, dear. And she kind of goes, sits down, hobbily. The room is tense and silent. When your mother and your father sit down, you guys sit down shortly afterwards, and then food is brought out. The food is unique. You don't all recognize hardly anything. There's like different, you assume to be meats and fruits. You're all served what seems to be glasses of wine. But when you drink from it, you're waiting to see if something happens. Nothing happens. I'm waiting for Doug to get back.
You have a very nice home, Nick says as she just kind of looks at the food.
Thank you. And who are you?
My name is Nix. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she kind of stands up and does a little curtsy.
Such polite manners. And what do you do?
Well, I do my best to protect the forest back at home.
Home? Oh, you must come from the forest from the north of here. Yes.
The forces of the north?
There's a forest to the north of up here.
She said forest of the north.
Okay.
In the north, yeah.
I'll just play along for now. Of course.
So, Gale, Gallifrey, your father speaks to you. How have things been?
Well, other than this sudden confusion right now, as I was telling you before, we're a group known as the Meddlers of Mischief. We've helped save quite a few people. We fought off and took down the dragon. We've taken down vampires and all sorts of odd creatures. We've become heroes, Father.
Father?
We have had some losses.
What do you mean, father? You're not his son.
Mom, it's me.
You're not my son. Why do you keep saying that? My sons are dead.
Who killed your sons?
Where is it?
By the way, are they speaking Common or Sylvan?
They are. It's a mixture of both. But they are, when they're speaking to you, they are definitely speaking Common. But when they're speaking to like the servants and kind of like in this conversation right now, between between Galliford and his mother, they're speaking Sylvan. But she does understand that bitch Winterluck, that hag.
And is the hag still alive?
As far as we know.
That's not right. They took down the hag. We saved those 2 children. It was Weiss who struck down Brother, along with that Winterfey Coldfort.
Galliford, I have no idea what's happening here. But clearly something is not... I'm not saying this to say that you're a liar in any way. Clearly what you're saying and what events have happened are not the same. I don't know why that's the case, but perhaps we can right this wrong by finding the person who's supposed to have killed you.
I mean, if it's the one who took down my brother, that's what I was looking for on the material plane.
But if things have changed, are we sure that they're still on the material plane? What reason would they have to flee if the people hunting them down were dead and your mission failed?
That's a good point, especially if I've been gone longer than I thought.
Mason's gonna speak to the mother. Are you interested in having this sort of your son dealt with? Because we're kind of do that sort of thing.
Many have offered, and many have tried. What makes you different? And why should I take your word? You're strangers in my home. Why? Perhaps you're working for him. Perhaps. Yes, this is all a ruse. Yes. And she gets very agitated, and she's like, and she like getting ready to throw a plate at you and getting ready to pick up her knife. The guards kind of seize her and let go of me. No, they're part of her. I know it. And they're kind of dragging her off into her.
Back to her room.
Yeah, back to her room. Galliford, your father's frustration is, you could tell, is on you.
I'll just turn to her and be like, how about you? Would you be interested in hiring us? I mean, what you got to lose? Either we succeed and you pay us, or we die and you just wait for the next guys.
Also, if you could explain to us how you remember the events of what happened, I think it would be beneficial. Because we're operating under two sets of information. The story that Galliford has told us and the story that we're hearing now.
Stig will lean next to Caradwin and he'll say, he'll whisper, do you think the Lost Page may have to do something with this?
I have a suspicion that if things are changed, they're changed for a reason. Because again, I don't think Galliford would lie to us, but something's not right.
Well, if he's been lying for months.
I don't think he's the kind of psychopath to lie so much that he believes his own lies to be true.
Galliford, in your story, you mentioned that your brother was killed. What was your brother's name?
My brother's name was Aether.
So, hear me out. Maybe you're Aether, and Galliford was actually the one who died.
No, I think the brother's still dead in this timeline.
That's what I'm saying. In this timeline, the brother is dead, but the brother isn't Aether. It's Galliford, and you're Aether in this universe.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That'd be wild.
No? I have to read that somewhere in a book.
Your father stands up. He composes himself. Galliford, next time try to read the room, and we'll discuss more of this later if things are right. Perhaps you would have been better not to come home.
Sir, I think that's obscenely harsh for a man who's clearly confused at what's happening.
Yes, clearly you believe that he is Galliford.
But
I believe you
Right.
are in the wrong
but right
on
now,
that last part, sir.
but right now, I must tend to my wife.
I understand, Father.
Please.
Mason's just going to kind of mutter to the table. It's like, does she not believe, even if Galliford died, does she not believe in reincarnation? Or
I think she's a parent in shock and mourning still.
I mean, didn't it sound like it was years? She's still in mourning?
Has Galliford's father already left?
He was gonna. You can show your guests out.
Didn't even get to eat our dinner.
Well, this happened
Oh,
during
yeah,
dinner, so
Oh, okay.
you've eaten some.
Okay.
Just dump it all in the bag of holding. We'll eat it later.
Right? I was like, we need a to-go bag.
So are they like ushering us out?
Well, he left, and Galliford he kind of like Galliford. He told Galliford, "You can show your guests out."
I think while we have a minute, this is probably the safest environment to brainstorm?
I have a thought. For those of you who remember when I fell earlier in our journey, and actually I think Caradwin, you're the only one who might recall this.
Well, I know you said you talked to somebody, right? The guy who tasked you to find the pages?
Yes, the director.
I remember you telling me that.
Wait, I thought the professor was the reason we were going after the pages.
No, the professor's just kind of somebody else who knows about them. Was there more to that story that I'm not remembering?
Well, he's the one who tasked me with finding the pages, but when Nyx fell, remember I called out to him, and he gave us that mission to go to Herman to revive her. He asked me to tell him a truth and a lie, but I didn't understand why or what it would do.
So the cost of Nyx's revival was that your world got flipped upside down?
Okay, so you asked for a truth and a lie. What did you actually say to him?
Well, I remember telling him that in my stories, I say I became a musketeer like my brother, but I was still actually in training. And I think the truth, I just recalled what happened that day when he fell. It was also long ago, so I'm having trouble remembering exactly how I said it.
Rather than recalling how you told him, just recall the events that transpired that day. I know that's a emotionally heavy ask, but if you tell us what happened, we might be able to decode what's changed.
Why did your mom think you were dead?
That's what I don't understand.
So in the reality that we know, you lived and escaped to find revenge, correct?
Correct.
But you were a musketeer?
I technically was not an official musketeer.
Then how did you go with your brother to fight? Were you recruited as a musketeer, or did you go with your family, or did you go after them later?
I was a tag-along. I followed my brother and his two companions all the time. I learned from them, but I wasn't official. I was more of a trainee who probably shouldn't have been out on actual missions, which is why I escorted the two children more than fought that day.
So if the lie that you told was that you were never a musketeer, I'm assuming that's the lie that became the truth now. Is that you were never in training, and when this happened, there was nobody to save the children, or to be there to know the events of what happened to your brother.
No, the children were sent back through a portal to the material plane.
But not if you weren't there to help them. I feel like I'm having a stroke trying to piece this together in my brain.
Yes, this is.
Maybe we go back to the tavern and basically start writing stuff down and piecing it together.
Well, I was hoping to do it here if there's nobody here. Or this seems like the safer environment to do it while we still can. He didn't give us a timeline on when we needed to be kicked out. He just said to see your guests out, which he will eventually. My line of thought, more or less, is that when you said that the lie was that you weren't part of the Musketeers, then that became the truth. And that's sort of the impetus for all the changes that we're seeing. You weren't a part of the mission to go find the children. The children are not saved. Your brother died without you there. You left in grief because you didn't know how or who to take revenge on.
All I'm seeing is that when you left, your mom thought you had died and it's been longer than you recall.
The other possibility, then, I suppose, is that you did go without training and you did die. And we're in a different... I don't know how that would work.
Yes, a lot of this isn't making any sense, and it sounds more like if it wasn't an Oni that was responsible, she didn't seem like someone who casted spells, other than more damaging things. This seems more like a hag turning my world upside down.
You mentioned You mentioned tricksters before. Do they have this kind of power?
On this scale, I don't know.
Well, if they're a divine trickster, then it's possible.
I think we need to gather more evidence about what's different and what's not before we
I
start
agree.
jumping to conclusion.
I am simply laying out a few hypotheses. I'm not jumping to conclusions, necessarily. But suffice it to say, this is very interesting. Do you remember where this hag or Weiss Wintercourt, where they're at? Where their abode is?
I mean, she didn't actually have a place here, as she was masquerading as someone from the Winter Feylands, but she was masquerading as someone who felt for my brother and would adventure over here to see him.
This woman in question, she's from the Winter, right?
She was pretending to be.
Okay.
Did you ever find out where she's actually from?
Where only looking creatures from? Are they demons, devils? I don't know.
Do I know what an Oni is? Is there anything I could have read about Onis?
You can give me a Arcana check.
Oliver, did you ever ask the story of why they believe you died?
I tried to ask and then they got upset and left.
No,
Perhaps we should start with the story of how you died. Or how they believe you died.
are there any guards still nearby who are kind of just listening in or anything?
Give me. I get with that 26. I gotta grab my monster manual real quick. I don't have it freaking on me. God damn it! It hurts to walk.
How much information would I... Because I can always look it up, too, if it's with that roll, depending on how much I would know.
He's already gone.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up anyways.
Let's see, it takes 90 seconds to get to his bedroom, about a minute, another 30 seconds to grab the book, then 2 minutes to get back.
If your parents are kicking us out, we should probably check to see if there's an inn or something to stay in.
Oh, good idea. Oh, we can run through our list of drinks that we've discovered and have Galliford try them.
I'm not in the mood anymore.
I think you will be if we drink. Actually, honestly, I could care less either way.
Gail's mom kind of killed my buzz.
Oh no, that's not going to become a thing, is it?
Gail? Absolutely it is.
Only when I'm annoyed with you.
But I do think we should probably head out before we have to start throwing our weight around with these guards.
I don't think we'll have to worry about that, but I can show you.
Well, we already found the tavern.
We found a meadery.
Okay, sorry. You would know Onis are very... They like to prey on children and weak-minded people, children and adults alike. They are closely... they are very ogre-ish like. They're like almost like boogeymen, like a version of boogeymen people, but they like to play. They like dark, like shadow creatures and whatnot. So they really prey on the weak, and torment them and whatnot to the point where they can feast on them. But they're not. They're like, they can be in any plane. It is rare and unique for one to be kind of in the Feywild. They mostly prey on the material plane.
So they're not Fey then?
They are not Fey.
Would I know if they are infernal?
You would know, and no, Jeremy, it's not that kind of boogeyman. They're just referred to as boogeyman. With a 26, you would know that they are related to ogres and giants.
Oh. Well, that is interesting. Well, Galliford, I do know some information about Onis, but it's interesting that one was here. Yeah, I think we should have a conversation at wherever we spend the night.
On the way out, if I catch a guard, I would ask him if he can explain what he's heard, like the story of what happened to me, so I can try and piece things together.
I just find it very shameful that you're using... I'm sorry, what's your last name again?
Storzando?
Mrs. You're using the death of Galliford Storyzontal to your own advantage. And preying on Mrs. Storyzontal's ailment for your own gain.
This is not a game or a ploy. And if you could tell me what you know, it can help me piece together lost memories.
that Galliford and his brother were killed by the ones they were hunting.
Do you know where they were killed?
Where they were killed?
Yeah, where were they killed?
And how do they know they died?
Also a good question.
How else? What would, if you were an evil person, how would you want to torment the family? You send them evidence. As to where they died, I don't know exactly.
What was the evidence? Was it his head? A finger?
I suggest you
Give
go
us name, backstory on the coroner, and then the identifying priest.
I suggest you go and get some rest, and perhaps.
And I suggest you answer my fucking question. I'm doing it again. I'm getting tired of this non-answer, dude. He's got to answer me. He's got to answer me.
We're gonna go to the cemetery. We're gonna dig up the grave. We're gonna check.
I'll dig up the grave too if I have to at this point. Like, I've done it once, I'll do it again.
She'll cast Raise Dead.
So you're gonna go.
Let's
What happened?
necromancy timeline 2 version of Galliford.
We're gonna go to
Get arrested.
We're gonna go to every coroner's office and beat the living snot out of them till we get
At the end of this adventure, we're gonna have a headless horseman Galliford riding Beauregard.
There's a better way to take care of this, everyone.
Shut up, Galliford. We're dealing with it.
This is wisdom, right?
Yes.
I have advantage.
You had your chance, Galliford. Now let the party take control.
God damn it, dude. You got a +3. What is this? What is this?
I just look at Caradwin and put my hand on your shoulder. You're trying to charm a fae.
Yeah, but it's still a +3. Like, the odds are in my favor.
Now I
And
need
yet-
everybody else to give me wisdom saves.
Oh my god, I hate this.
You know what? Maybe I should find a new group. It seems every time I get in these situations because of you guys.
I deserve that. I deserve that. I deserve that 100%.
As Nix is just standing there
You
annoyed.
just had to answer one question. What body part was sent? I'm not going to answer any more questions. Get out of here. Just tell us.
Yeah.
Just say it was his head. I hate this guard. Fuck this guy.
This is what she's saying as we all lead her out.
Galliford, you bid your compatriots goodnight. The guard closes the gate behind you. Nix, you're the only one that's kind of keeping your head together.
Now, Chris, I'm looking at this enchanting presence, and it says that on a failed save, the creature becomes charmed by the Eladrin for 1 minute. On a successful save, the creature becomes immune to any Eladrin's enchanting presence for 24 hours.
Yo, I succeeded on my last one.
Oh,
So we all stand there going, that's not going to work on us for another 23 and a half hours.
I honestly,
Yeah, what's up, dude?
I honestly forgot about that. That legitimate.
We just go, that's not going to work on us, but we're going to leave anyway, because it's our choice.
You're like, fine, we'll go away. You turn around, wait a minute, and turn back around.
I don't see why you can't just tell us what kind of body part was sent out, like what the evidence was. We're trying to figure this shit out.
And why? You're guests here. You're not from
Guests
here.
who are potentially going to be hired to figure this out. And also, maybe we're going to go kill whatever this is.
Maybe we would feel responsible for ordering so many drinks on your master's tab that we want to
Don't
help.
tell them that. Hold on.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Just tell us. Is there a grave that we can visit? Like, what information can you provide to us?
Why did you
to make
kill
this
your
better?
husband?
If you're under the assumption that we're taking advantage of this, then help us not take advantage of this by telling us what we can do to fix it.
Come on, random guard. Give us our quest.
Give us the info.
Meanwhile, the quest giver is standing.
Or if you don't know, just say you don't know and let us move on. Like, it feels like you're avoiding the question and you know the answer. That's all. If you don't know, just say, I really don't know. And I'm like, okay, and we'll move on. But just saying, you know what, you should leave after we ask a question isn't, like... That just makes me think you're an asshole.
He thinks you're being an asshole and prying.
100% I am.
Jesus.
Absolutely I am.
It takes one to know one, you know.
Exactly.
It takes one to know
While they're
one.
arguing with
I
the
know.
guard, Gallenford's just going to message his father before he leaves and just be like,
Oh no, you
"When
don't have to
time,
leave. You have your
please
room.
send for me so we can discuss."
Downford, you're not the only one. You don't have to leave. You're just your friends. You have a
The
room.
problem is, I talked to the manager. The manager didn't do shit.
Talk to the manager's manager.
Yeah, who's the king of this fake court?
Oh, you're gonna go there? Okay.
If Carolyn mentions that, I'm like, all right, yeah, let me.
Okay.
Where's the autumn maiden?
Who do I file a report with? Hello?
Let me pull up the document.
I'd like to complain to God, yeah. Where's Coralon or whatever the fuck his name is? Bring him here. Let me talk to him.
Peregrine just gets down and starts praying, "Dear Lord of Autumn." What the heck?
I like to leave a review of these gods, alright?
One maple bar.
What the hell is it? Wait.
Dear Lord of the Fae, your people suck and require disciplinary action.
You know, maybe we should just go. We'll come back in a few
perfect.
years for this page. Caragor, just don't you call contacting Professor Piper. It's like, these fake people suck. Do something about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact my manager to deal with this realm's problem.
My people are going to take care of your people.
My dad works at Nintendo, and he knows all the cheat codes. How about that?
I pay your salary.
Freya, goddess of autumn. Alright.
Let's go find a temple to pray at.
Let's just join the winter court or something.
Yeah, if the guard doesn't know, like, that's all I want to know. If he just genuinely doesn't know, but if he's just, like, being an asshole...
He's being a total dick, and he's like, "Get the fuck off of my property. You've extended your welcome."
Once my father's done helping my mother, I'm sure he'll speak to me later tonight, and then we can compare notes early tomorrow. I have a few things from my early days that were written down, and I'm going to hand some of that to Carradwin, basically of when he first left and everything that transpired. Maybe you might see something that I'm overlooking with my memory issues.
It's a good idea, Galfred. You find out what you can from inside. We'll go be snooping around the town, see if we can find any clues ourselves.
All right.
There should be plenty of people who know the family, and I had a couple of friends here and people who were trying to help train me, so I'm sure asking around you should be able to find out something while I'm speaking with my father.
Just, my concern is that if they think you're dead, like really dead, that
That's a
somebody's
future,
gonna...
That's a future us problem, Carradwin.
Well, just... I'm nervous about him sleeping here on his own, frankly. I'm gonna leave Morrigan, just in case. I have my little spellbook AI that I can use for my own monitoring.
Also, Galliford, if this does turn out to be a alternate timeline where you died and you start disappearing because you never existed, let us know, okay?
I doubt it'd be anything weird like that, but that makes a good plot for a story, and I start jotting that down.
I think the idea that it makes a good plot for a story is the reason why we're in this mess.
You're actually pretty calm, Gallenford, for all that's happening. Are you sure you're okay?
I genuinely really don't know. I am extremely confused.
Next, maybe you should stick with Gallenford tonight.
You guys are on the other side of the gate. Oh, wait, never mind.
Stig will wink and say, "I'm sure you'll manage."
Oh yeah, you're right, I could.
Guys, have we considered the fact that this may not actually be Gallenford, but an imposter who thinks he's Gallenford?
Well, the problem with that is, if this isn't Gallenford, then we have no idea what Gallenford should be like. Turns to Kerrigan. Is this Gallenford different than the Gallenford you know?
I'll cast Dispel Magic on Gallenford. Nope. Seems the same.
I'm saying that we
didn't give a
this
chance.
guy.
Gallenford,
give a chance
give
for
me
the
a
DM to describe how he turns into a giant tentacle monster, saying, "Dang it!"
Gallenford, give me a death saving throw when Kevin casts spell magic.
Wait, what?
No, I'm joking.
Well, I've killed him. Wonderful.
Doppelganger. Alright, I suggest that we, the party, in order to form a more
We
perfect...
need to go find an ant.
There it is.
All right, you guys. Nyx, are you gonna try to slip in with?
Yes, I'll just turn myself into a cat.
I'm also leaving Morgan with Gallenford.
Okay.
too.
Now, to assist Nyx a little bit, did we see any fey creatures?
You've seen some unique looking, what seem to be house pets, like cat-like creatures, and some. You seen a dog that it was running towards you, and then it vanished and reappeared on the other side of you, like nonstop.
Ghost dog.
Like it.
Oh
like,
no, that's Blinky.
Stig gets depressed.
I didn't know you had a pet dog. You think he would mind if I stole his identity for a little bit?
I'm sure he.
I
would
like how we're
totally
getting
find it
blamed
humorous.
for. I like how we're getting blamed for impersonating Gallenford, and our idea is to impersonate the dog.
And yet they're letting him stay in the castle. Like, I don't get. That's what I don't get.
Well,
By the way, is there
it's me.
is there a mansion bigger than our fort?
Like, the dad seems really, laid back about this whole thing. And, oh, my son, who I thought was dead the whole time, is back now. That's cool, I guess. I don't like any of this.
Your fort. You, Mason, you don't know it. You've only seen the foyer, the powder room, and the dining room. But from the outside, you can guess it's probably about the same size.
Ours is still cooler.
Ours isn't complete, Mason. Don't fool yourself. It's been knocked
Ours
down
will be
twice.
cooler when we get back.
Yeah, unless we've been here for 3 days, but it's been like 30 seconds back home.
Oh, it's true.
Maybe we should check on Professor Beers tonight to ask how many days have passed.
it would be probably a good idea to at least let him know that we've made it to the Feywild.
Sure, I'll use ascending. I will also roll a D100 to see if it works or not. It goes through.
Yeah, like last thing he says is just reply, required.
When
And if you don't hear a reply, then it didn't go through.
It helps if I knew how to spell properly.
Well, it looks like it's midnight there, which means it's 2 o'clock over here, so I should probably get off.
I was trying to wrap up, but everybody kept talking. But yeah, so we're gonna be wrapping up real quick. Before you leave, Brad, cast your point of inspiration. Your vote.
This whole thing's about Galliford, so let's go with Galliford tonight. All his backstories and families and stuff.
I second that.
Yeah, that works for me. Though Caradwin being a Karen is always fun.
I'm not being a Karen, I'm just trying to get them to do...
You're a Karen and you're gonna get us all killed one day.
Well, I've almost gotten you all killed a couple of times, so it works, I guess.
Accepting you have a problem is the first step to...
Hey, listen, the guy called me an asshole, and I said, yeah, you're right, I am an asshole.
It's like from Hancock. Call me that one more time.
I thought about casting banishment on him, but he'd only be gone for a minute, then he'd be back.
You guys are just gonna stir up trouble in Galliford's hometown. But
they're elves. They're always stuck up snobs.
But you do get a response. Oh, 1 day. It's been 1 week here.
We need to hurry this up.
Fuck me.
No.
And now there's another inconsistency because time is reversed based on Galliford's thing.
No idea on exact location. That's what you are tasked to do.
Well, bad news is he doesn't know where the page is. Worse news is that by the time we get back, a lot of time will have passed there. The good news is our fort will be done when we get back.
Yeah, and it'll probably be infested with were-rats.
Oh, she might be completely gone by the time we get back.
She'll have died of old age.
Good thing I'm a gnome. I lived for a long time.
So you guys go your separate ways. Galliford and Nyx, you go off into the manor.
Yep.
Everybody else, you go find an inn. In the center of town, though, there is a giant clock, and it's just ticking away. Tick.
Is the moon coming down?
You look up, the moon is bright, but it is not coming down.
It's not crashing into the city?
Nope. And that's where we're going to end.
Stig crosses his fingers for a minute, looks at himself and goes, "Yes! Did change tonight."
Alright.